Hello, it's Sharon from the URB Soap Company. Lovely to see you. I hope you all had a good week and looking forward to the weekend. I'm going to show you the utensils and ingredients that I need to make my soap if you want to make it along with me. Most of these things can be bought from any online store. I tend to buy my soap ingredients from a place called the Soapery or Craftovator. They both do different things, which I tend to buy from different places. But if you just want really small amounts, I think both of those places do sell on Amazon in smaller amounts if you're just wanting to try this out. So the ingredients are hard oils and butters. I use coconut oil and shea butter, and liquid oils, which I use out of cartons like this, which is olive oil, castor oil and hemp seed oil. Now all of these oils and butters bring something different to the soap and cause different effects during saponification and lathers and the feel and all that sort of thing. So I'll talk about that a bit more at a later date. I'm just telling you the basic ingredients now. You'll also need some distilled water and some lye solution. Now you cannot make soap without lye. Often I see online people saying, oh, I've made soap without lye. You can't make soap without lye. Saponification is the chemical reaction that happens when lye, or sodium hydroxide, mixes with oils and butters, and it heats up, and the chemical reaction gets rid of the lye. There is no lye in a bar of soap. It's all gone. It's been used up by the chemical reaction, and what's left is your lovely bar of soap that's hopefully lovely for your skin. One of the byproducts of saponification is glycerin. So any handmade soap that's been made using the cold process method, which is what I use, glycerin is a byproduct. So your bar of soap's going to be very nourishing and feel silky on your skin. Also, you're going to need some essential oils if you want to fragrance your soap. You may want to try an unfragranced bar the first time, and that's fine. Just omit the fragrance oils. You may also want to colour your bar of soap with a bit of clay or powder. I've got some alkanet root here steeping in olive oil. I'm going to use some of that tomorrow when I make my lavender and rose geranium soap. Now, as far as utensils, you will need a digital scale. You will need gloves and goggles for safety. You have to protect your eyes. Lye splashing in your eyes would be very dangerous. You need utensils for mixing. So I've got a big bowl here that I put my hard oils in, and that's the one I actually make the soap in. Smaller bowl here that I mix my measure my liquid oils in. I also have a spatula and a hand whisk. Now this is all you need really. You don't need to buy a stick blender. I mean, I use a stick blender because I make lots of soap to sell, but when I started I just used a whisk. And actually, if I'm using a fast tracing essential oil, or if I'm making a soap that doesn't have any fragrance in it, quite often I'll enjoy just having a whisk with this one, and that's absolutely fine. You just takes a little bit longer, that's all. You can use old milk cartons, you know, the boxes of milk that have got a cardboard outer and a sort of lining to them. You can cut the top off of those and you can make soap in those. You can use an old Pringles tube if it's washed out thoroughly. Apparently you can make soap in those. Just make sure that whatever you're pouring it into is completely watertight, so that the soap's not going to come out all out. So if you're putting it into a milk carton or a Pringles tube or something like that, put it on top of a old baking tray that you don't need, just in case it bit drizzles out the bottom before it starts to set. Now these are very useful, these little moulds. They're very cheap. You can also use individual moulds like these, little rose shapes. You can get all sorts of moulds, and they're all nice for different things. And I'll show you tomorrow exactly how I weigh and the method that I use for making my soap, which is it's a bit different to the usual method, but it is widely used by people that are making cold process soap for selling because it's quicker and it's actually quite a lot safer. So it's my preferred method, and I'll show you all about it tomorrow. So have a lovely day. Bye.